I'm going to ask for both of you is what's it like to play for your hometown team?
Go ahead, Beth.
Oh, well, I mean, the circumstances were different because I was traded to Ottawa. Boro obviously grew up through the organization, but I think you just have this sense of pride. Like when I came from Columbus, I was up and ready to go every game. There were games, I'm sure, I've made jokes in the past where I'd stick my head out the window driving out to Canada because I was so tired and I just wanted to wake up. But once you're on the ice, Boro can attest to this, and you've got your parents, like your old man's in the stands watching you play behind you. You just have this this need to kind of make everybody proud of you, and you want to represent your city well because all your friends are watching, and it was never an issue of being motivated for a game. So for me, that would have been the best thing. And obviously growing up watching the Sens, it's always a dream, right? So
I mean, Meth's old man's a badass. I'd be scared playing in front of that guy too. He'd knock me sideways. So.
I don't know.
But, yeah, like Matt said, it's different circumstances, because I did grow up in the organization. I remember being so like timid and starstruck my first couple of years. Like, here were guys who I like worshipped and watched. I remember my first game, like dressing room with these guys and Alfie and Spets and these guys, I was like, oh my God, like, what am I doing here? Like imposter syndrome. Like, I don't belong here. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I really struggled with that early in my career. And I didn't play my game because I was a little bit hesitant and timid. And then I think once I settled into, believing I am an NHL player, then, all these benefits of being in your hometown and that immense pride that Meth talked about, exact same thing for me. Like it was special for sure. Our buddies were all Sens fans, our families. It's pretty cool, especially playing in front of them night in and night out.
So did both of you have, I guess, Sens jerseys growing up? I'm curious. My reason I'm asking that is what was it like to see the first time someone in the stands is wearing, a Borowiecki jersey or a Meth jersey that you get to see?
Go ahead.
You want me? Well, I mean, growing up, I had, some hockey cards that I was collecting, but I was always a huge Ray Bourque fan and Boston Bruins fan because Sens didn't come in until about 93, right? So I was already 8. I was already watching. But one winter I wanted, remember those starter jackets? Like they're like those pullover jackets.
Yeah.
Well, I really wanted a Boston Bruins one. Like I had to have one. And, my parents, they don't care. So they're like, oh, here's an Ottawa Senator one, go to school and beat it. So I'd be like, so I get this Ottawa Senator starter jacket, but I fell in love with it. And then I started following the Sens, and my dad would take me to the occasional game. So I kind of grew on me there as a fan growing up. So that's kind of how it all worked out. But I mean, I guess Boro could probably elaborate more on that. It's probably different for him. He's a little younger.
Yeah. Like, I mean, they were my team the whole way. It was cool for sure. I mean, the Boro jerseys were few and far between, especially at the beginning. I guess they picked up a little bit towards the end.
They picked up a lot.
Yeah. When I scored 7 goals, they're like, oh, this guy does have some skill. Yeah. Surprise. Yeah. But no, I mean, again, that's just like I think a source of pride. Like, it's cool. Like I remember those, like when I had a jersey as a kid, like that guy was like my idol and like I worshiped him. And like for me, like, and I'm sure it's Matt, like I think I'm just a normal dude, so like seeing someone who went out of their way to buy my jersey and represent my name too, it's pretty cool and a little bit surreal.
Who is it that you had a jersey of?
Like I was always a huge Yashin guy.
No, you weren't.
Yeah, I love Yashin. Yeah,
like the last guy I could picture Boro Cop being a fan of is a
my parents still have a Yashin Sherwood kicking around in their house from when I was a kid. There was a few guys. I can't remember exact jerseys, but I was a huge Yashin fan. I did really like Randy Cunningworth too, the way he played. I always loved him, and there was a ton of guys I looked up to. And as I got a little bit older, it was guys like kind of like Volchi and Philly, like these D-men who played the way that I kind of saw myself playing.